Hi, this is Dale in Florida welcoming all of you to our Profit Clicking call this evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. Now, the person that I'm about to bring on is not new to the business world. He's been a business owner and entrepreneur since 1987. He's been successfully involved in direct sales, marketing, and development with many successful companies, including one of the first service-based direct sales companies. He has been involved with online marketing since 2000. He's a family man, having been married for over 27 years, and has 7 beautiful children. And now we are fortunate to have him on our team. And on that note, Doc, are you ready?
I am, Dale. Can you hear me?
I sure can, loud and clear. Doc, the call is all yours. Welcome.
Well, thank you so much. The first thing I want to say is thanks for having me back. It's such an honor to come and share this Thursday night call with you and all of our listening audience. I'm excited to be here. We've had a lot of, as you know, we've had a lot of people that have requested to learn a little bit more about who is this guy we call Doc. And so I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually putting together an answer to that that's going to be made available on our social media here very shortly. My name's HJ Dockstader, but people have a hard time pronouncing the last name, so people just call me Doc. And that just makes it simple and easy. And Dale mentioned that I do have some extensive experience in networking as well as online marketing. On a personal note, I'll just share with you, I was very, very attracted to the vision that Frederick Mann had for Just Been Paid. And I found myself, like Frederick, for many, many years, most of my adult life, very, very interested and actively involved in anything that I could support that had the potential to bless masses of people. And so when
Doc, I'm sorry to I'm sorry to stop your train of thought there, but your I don't know if it's your headset, but your sound is not very clear right now.
Okay, let me get off. How's this? Is this better?
That is clear, and that's going to be heard so much better, and plus on the replay. Thank you so much, and I still apologize for jumping in there and breaking your train of thought, Doc.
No, I appreciate that.
Okay, I want everybody to be able to hear loud and clear, so thank you, and once again, back to you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's definitely important that members can hear me. So let me just kind of pick up where I left off. All of my adult life, I've been very, very interested and actually passionately involved in projects where the potential was there to bless masses of people. And when the process of profit clicking, the negotiation process where profit clicking began looking at acquiring Just Been Paid was started, the opportunity presented itself for me to take an active role in that process and be able to continue living out my dream of being instrumental in helping to create success in the lives of people around the world. So that's been a very, very exciting thing for me, something that I take very seriously, and something that is an honor. So when I say it's an honor for me to be here, I mean that sincerely. I want to start tonight by sharing some very significant and exciting updates that are taking place with profit clicking. One of the goals that we have with this Thursday night call is to provide an opportunity for our members to get the latest information of what's taking place, along with finding answers to some of their questions, challenges, and things that the members are facing around the world. So I want to start right away with sharing a few updates and kind of pick up on some of the things that we announced last Thursday. For those of you that were able to be with us last Thursday, we introduced our Twitter party, and we introduced our social media widget that we now have on our website. And if you haven't had the opportunity to see this yet, ladies and gentlemen, on the right-hand side of every page on our site, there's a little widget that gives you direct links to our social media pages. And there are more pages that are being added, more accounts that are being added. each week. So if you or anyone that you know is not able to listen to the call right now, you can also follow the highlights of this call and every call every Thursday night on Twitter. You simply go to profitclicking.com, click on the Twitter button on the right side of the page, and connect with our Twitter page and participate in the Twitter party that we have every Thursday night. I wanted to share that. We also announced last Thursday a special promotion. And what the promotion was we invited our listening audience to do a hashtag tweet, which is #PCHappyTalk, and then just tweet something that you liked about profit clicking, a positive experience, something that has really resonated with you, something that you're excited about. And I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, we had a huge response. And thank you so very much to all of you that responded. We do have a special gift for our respondents. We've had a panel of judges that went through all the responses and selected some winners. And we've actually got many winners. The selected responses are going to each receive a free ad pack. And each of you that did participate in that tweet last week, check your Twitter email for a response on how to claim your free ad pack. And I want to share just a couple of the great tweets that came in from our last Thursday promotion. We'll start with Susan G. She says, profit clicking, love bringing on new referrals daily. Don't leave money on the table. Watch your money grow faster with referrals. Susan, thanks for sharing that, and you're absolutely right. For the members that are in the system and for those new ones that are looking at profit clicking, we actually have two ways to earn money in profit clicking. One through our ad pack program, and the other one is referring other people to participate in the ad pack program. And Susan brought up a very, very important point when she sent that tweet in. Don't leave money on the table. Watch your money grow faster with referrals. So thank you, Susan. The next one from Ann L. She tweets, PC Happy Talk will rock your world tonight as Doc announces awesome news about profit clicking. Thank you, Ann. We appreciate you sharing the excitement and the buzz through Twitter and letting the world know profit clicking does have a home for everyone. This really is about providing an opportunity for the 98%ers, people who have never been able to succeed online before. Last one I want to share comes to us from Steve T. And his tweet said, PC Daily Income really has enabled my own Pay It Forward program to help 10 people that can benefit from PC. PC is cool. And Steve brings up another point that is a valuable consideration that profit clicking has, and that is that as you share this invitation, you invite others to either come and participate in our traffic exchange to drive additional traffic to their site, or to participate as an independent business owner and actually promote the incredible advertising opportunities that come with profit clicking. Either way, an individual can begin with a gift from the organization. We actually provide the first $10 value to any member or any potential guest who wants to come and begin the process of participating with profit clicking. So if you're someone who is looking at profit clicking, you have an online business, you're interested in getting additional traffic to your site, you can come join the system. We will give you your first 1,000 real visitors to your site. If you're someone who would like to do that and in addition be able to have the additional benefit of receiving referral bonuses by sharing the profit clicking opportunity with others, then you can share, included in that invitation is the first $10 value to begin the process with their first ad pack. So anyone who accepts your invitation can begin the process with profit clicking's first $10 value. I think that's just awesome. And thank you, Steve, for pointing that out. Another thing we mentioned last Thursday was that I'm going to be popping in with surprise visits in and out of our social media, what I call our social media rooms. Last week I had the opportunity to interact with some of our members on the Google Plus page. And I just want to say I really enjoyed the experience. And I want to say thank you to all the members that I had the opportunity to connect with, specifically for sharing your comments and stories. I'm looking forward to this each and every week and participating in these surprise visits. So with the Profit Clicking social media rooms, you never know which one we're going to pop into next. So keep your eye out for your favorite social media page, and you'll receive a notice when I'm going to be there and have the opportunity to connect directly in that particular room. Looking forward to continuing that in the coming weeks, and just again, thanks for the opportunity that we had last week. I want to also recap a couple of discussions that we touched on in the first couple Thursday night calls. I want to apologize, ladies and gentlemen, that we haven't had these calls readily available to our membership base. And I want you to know that totally understand the importance of having these recordings available, because we have unfortunately, we're limited to only 1,000 members being able to dial in live. And it's our goal and our commitment to provide the recorded version of these every week as soon as possible after the live call ends, so that you have access to them. That challenge, the challenges associated with that process have been resolved, and I'm very happy to say that you now have access to those recorded calls on our site. It's all the finished components are going live, and you'll be able to reach that. The archive list on our media page, our events page, and the featured call going forward will also be available on the dashboard page. So I wanted to share that. Now, in the earlier calls, we talked specifically about the master plan for the migration process from Just Been Paid over to Profit Clicking. Since there were only a little over 1,000 people that were able to be on that call, I want to just touch on a couple of key points that were addressed. Many members have been sending in requests to have an understanding of why it has taken as long as it has to complete this migration process. And, you know, the answer to that question is somewhat complex, but I'm going to share with you the answer so that you can have a better understanding of what this process has actually entailed. When Profit Clicking began the negotiation process to acquire Just Been Paid, there was a master plan put into place. There was expected to be about a 4-week staging process where the foundational components could be put in place before the actual website migration itself was started. But what happened was there was another very large online organization that many people know about that suddenly went through they closed their doors for business, and they were no longer available. And that created a change in the online market, and it necessitated us stepping up that process significantly. So when we began the process, we actually began at 4 weeks behind schedule, if that makes sense. We were not able to take the 4 weeks in the master plan, get the foundational components in place, and get all that done before the migration was started. So part of the reason why there's been a challenge to get this process complete was because we started 4 weeks behind. Another very important component was that not only were we migrating a huge organization with Just Been Paid, we were also upgrading the foundational code and the infrastructure with the servers. We went through a massive upgrade to provide much larger server capacity and horsepower and the ability to handle masses of people and large traffic and the exponential growth that we knew the organization was going to experience. That in and of itself was a huge project. And so when you look at migrating the organization, upgrading the internal code, upgrading the hardware, the actual servers and all of that, each of those components in and of themselves are massive components. And we found ourselves in a situation where we had to do them all at once. So it's kind of like the analogy of a teenage boy who grows very quickly, and his feet get really large, and he starts to run just like he always has, and finds himself tripping over his own feet. That's kind of what's happened with profit clicking. We went through a huge, huge undertaking, and because of the situation being the way it was, it wasn't perfect. There were challenges. There were components that didn't work properly. There were databases that had to be relinked. There were processes of reestablishing relationships with payment processors that had to be completed, and going through all the verification and background checks and the API connections and the things that had to be done technologically, as well as the interfaces that had to be developed to provide a user-friendly experience for our members. So when you look at the website and you see a nice, laid out, good-looking site, you don't see all of the components and the infrastructure and the coding and everything that has to take place behind the scenes to make all of those pieces work, to make the buttons work and the links work and the computations work. And we had to develop a new wallet system that Just Been Paid didn't have. And so there were additional components that had to be developed to make this process work. And so I want you to know, yes, there have been some monumental challenges. There's been some frustrations. And we know that, and we sincerely apologize. We want you to know that we understand the frustrations, we understand the concerns, and every available resource is being directed to resolve these issues as they present themselves. One last thing that I'll share that I think is a very significant thing to consider, and that is, in the industry, when I talk about industry, I mean like HYIP, which was where Just Been Paid's primary focus was. Typically what happens, or even with online programs in general, when a program reaches a place where it starts to develop growth challenges, whatever the challenges are, typically what happens is they just simply close their doors, members lose all their money, and it goes away. I mean, this happens all the time in the online world. And that absolutely was not an option for Just Been Paid or for the migration process. And so in order to protect all of the members that were there, to be able to take the value that had been established, the relationships with teams, the adpacks and the panels, all of that was there. We had to make sure that that remained intact and that it was protected and that it was integrated into a system that was user-friendly and that had a much lower potential liability for our members. Just Been Paid wasn't recognized as a quote-unquote compliant organization all around the world. There were some legal challenges there. Profit clicking, on the other hand, is a compliant organization and provides some very essential components to be able to protect the members that Just Been Paid didn't have. And so the question comes up every day. In Just Been Paid, I didn't have to do anything for my daily sales commissions. Why do I have to serve 3 websites to qualify for the daily sales commissions in profit clicking? And the answer is because that's what's required to maintain a compliant structure, and profit clicking is an organization that has a very, very substantial, significant retail component. That's our traffic exchange. And that traffic exchange itself is evolving, and we anticipate it's going to be a force to be reckoned with online. Profit clicking is we're just getting started. I mean, the sky's the limit. So I share that with you because profit clicking at its foundation is indefinitely sustainable. We have technology in place, proprietary technology in place to ensure longevity. And so even though there have been challenges and delays that members have had to go through, you can feel confident and know that your value has been protected, that those components are being integrated into profit clicking, and that you will experience what you came to love and just been paid and a whole lot more inside of profit clicking. So I wanted to share that. The migration process itself was very complex. And, when we first began the process, our goal was to be able to say, okay, we expect to have this feature available on this day, have the migration process completed, be fully operational and functional within just a couple of weeks. And like I said, when we got into the server upgrade, the code upgrade, and the migration all at the same time, it clearly was not able to be done in that window. But I can tell you it's very close to being completed now. Many of the components already are. Members have been purchasing adpacks, running daily sales commissions. We've had a lot of traffic in our traffic exchange. There are successes being experienced around the world, and we're excited to know that that process is actually working. Now, it's not working as good as it can. It's not working as good as it will, but it is working, and it is very close to being what I would call a well-oiled machine. So that touches a little bit on why there's been challenges and delays and so forth. Another key concern that has been coming in from members has to do with the indefinitely sustainable component. Members who had experience in Just Been Paid knew that one of the key components that kept Just Been Paid indefinitely sustainable was a process called the restart. Profit clicking has a similar component built into our system. It's called the profit shift. And we've had many members that have been inquiring about the profit shift because if they came from Just Been Paid, they knew that the very best time to purchase adpacks was after the date that had been identified as the date that wasn't affected by the profit shift going forward, and immediately after the profit shift was taking place. One of the things that I want to announce tonight is we have identified our first profit shift. It is going to take place mid-November. And I know that's going to create an incredible buzz out there for people who knew what the restart was and Just Been Paid. We are going to have our first profit shift mid-November. The cutoff date for purchasing adpacks that will not be affected by the profit shift is today, October 25th. So all of you out there who have been concerned about the first profit shift, have been holding back yourself with your purchasing additional adpacks or referring other members that are joining your team and getting them to purchase their adpacks, you can have confidence in knowing that as of now, any adpacks purchased going forward from today's date will not be affected in the first profit shift. So you no longer have to wait. I wanted to share that. We also have a complete education process developing for the profit shift so that our members can understand what it is, why it is in fact exciting, and why it is so important to our longevity. And before the profit shift is done, that training will be made available to our members so they have the opportunity to understand what's happening as they go through the experience. I'm going to give you just a real quick analogy of how the profit shift works. When a profit shift takes place, the adpacks that were purchased previously to today's date that are selected to be included in the profit shift, any member who has upgraded to level 1, when the profit shift takes place, the 4 there's going to be a conversion from adpacks over to the PC panels. Now, another question that has come up is, last week we talked about the PC panels going live. As of tonight, the PC panel, the first stage of the PC panels rolling out is in fact live. You'll be able to have the opportunity, or you have the opportunity, to list and view the PC panels. The training components and the additional pieces that come with the panel system are still rolling out. All of the panels that were in the Just Been Paid database are included in this. It's going to take some time for all of that migration to be completed, but you can have confidence in knowing that everything you had before will be here in Profit Clicking. And as that conversion process takes place, a portion of your ad packs in the system will be converted to the panel system. Now, the one thing to understand about the profit shift is this. In the short term, it looks like members are actually losing some potential in the way their daily sales commissions are calculated. In other words, you'll have a portion of your ad packs that are earning commissions shifted over to the panel system. But in the long run, what actually happens is your potential is equal to or greater. And so the profit shift is a very important component to our indefinitely sustainable, the nature of our software. And those components with the what was referred to in Just Been Paid as the triplers and the matrices, we now have in Profit Clicking as ad packs and PC panels. So the panels are live, and as the additional stages are completed and rolled out, you will eventually see all of the panels that you had in your Profit Clicking back room. So I wanted to share that with you. Now I want to talk about some of the new features that have come up just since our last Thursday call. And I know this is a lot of information to take in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to run through this relatively quickly because I know that we've got some other important information to get through. So we now have a new home page. And you'll notice on the new home page our $1 Million video is there. Some exciting features that are available. We've got the strengths and what makes us different is up. We have a new widget that identifies our top IBO earners. These are independent business owners that have joined the affiliate program in Profit Clicking. When you see that widget, ladies and gentlemen, those are actual, live, factual totals of members in the system and what they've earned, what they've received in commissions as a result of participating in the AdPack program and as a result of sharing and finding others to do the same. So we're excited to be able to share that. We now have an archived collection of these live Thursday night calls. Those will be made available to you. So going forward, what will happen is the featured call of the week will be, like tonight's call, will be posted up on the website, will be shown as the featured call until next Thursday night, and then it will go into the archived list, and the call next Thursday night will replace it. So every week the newer call will come up. That'll give all of our members the opportunity that those that didn't have the chance to be on the live call to be able to access that. There were some products that were available in Just Been Paid that members have been anxiously awaiting. And rather than taking the time to go through all of the cosmetic upgrades to get those products available, we made the decision to just bring them over the same way they were in Just Been Paid. So for those of you that have been looking forward to access to the Upgrade Your Brain that was a popular product in Just Been Paid, that is now available. It's available to all members. There are some additional products that are available to upgraded members. The big success tricks and some other valuable information the members enjoyed is now available in the Profit Clicking site as well. As we complete the rest of the priority components, we will be coming back and applying the cosmetic upgrades and some of the other things that you'll see on our banners and websites to the products as well. We also have a new login page. you'll notice when you click the login, it takes you to a page that gives you access to the information from one location like you had it on the Just Been Paid site. For example, links to the glossary and to the how to get help and just important information that members have come to really appreciate. There are a few additional components that link into the login page that are still being completed. Those are actually rolling out daily and hourly. But you'll notice the login page is there. It gives you access to some of the top testimonials and experiences from members in the system. We're excited to have that. Last week we mentioned that the daily sales commissions were brought up current. And this past week, we had some members that sent in questions that they had noticed that the daily sales commissions every about 4 or 5 days starts to run a day or so behind. What we're doing, this typically happens like once a week. So anytime that happens, we run 2 computations simultaneously to catch it up. What this has done is it has created a little bit of confusion with the surfing the 3 websites, because you know you have to surf at least 3 websites a day in order to qualify for the daily sales commissions. And we have a component in the system that allows you to be able to build up a reserve in case you have a vacation planned or something happens that you're not able to actually get to your computer and surf those sites. When we do a daily sales commission computation that catches up 1 or 2 days at the same time, you'll see that website reserve drop in relation to the computations that were done. So if 2 days are processed at once, you're going to see your reserve drop by 6 views. So that'll help those of you that have had that question understand what's taking place. Our goal is to keep the daily sales commissions current on a daily basis. Because of the sheer volume that we have in the system, the technology finds itself lagging after about a week. So every 5 days or so, we start to get a little bit of a lapse. And to compensate for that, we run them side by side to get them caught up. So don't be alarmed if you see 1 or 2 days, that if it starts to fall behind a day or two, just know it's going to be caught right back up. And that is one of the components in the system that is being looked at and improved, and ultimately the goal is obviously to have those in real time all the time. But we have the system we have to make sure that it's working every single day at the same time we go through the upgrades. So the daily sales commissions are current, and when they do find themselves a little bit lagged, they make it up by running 2 days at once. We just recently launched our live calls that take place every 4 hours, and there's actually a rotation now. We have the first one covers the company overview. They run approximately a half hour apiece. So if you're brand new to the system, you'd like to get familiar with profit clicking, you can go to our events page and click on the calendar. Hold your mouse cursor over today's date or any date, and it will give you a list of what is available at any given time, and you can link into those and get the information and training that's available. So every 4 hours, the rotation covers the company overview, it covers getting started, it covers building your business, and then 3 times a week, there's an advanced live training Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's called the Elite Marketing Group, where you can come in and have some advanced training on your business. You can have access to all of that from the event page. Again, the calendar's there. Just hold your mouse cursor over the date, and it will give you the information to be able to access those features. I wanted to share all that with you. I know that's a lot of information to update. It's very, very exciting to see this come into development and go live. And at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to know that we do understand the fears, the frustrations, the concerns that are being expressed over the delays and so forth. These are not falling on deaf ears. We are We look at every single one. We've got dedicated staff that monitor what the issues are, and each time something comes up, we got resources allocated to be able to resolve those. So we do appreciate your patience, but I want you to know you can have confidence in the system. You can have confidence in knowing that we are here. We're here for the long haul. It's exciting to be able to really understand the potential that profit clicking has and the lives that are being changed every single minute. It's amazing. And we're just getting started. Another thing I can share with you, along with understanding that our first profit shift is coming, and you don't have to worry about your adpacks being, any adpacks purchased today going forward, being included in that first profit shift. Another thing that's coming is we're rolling out our affiliate websites. And this is actually just being completed tonight. You'll be able to go in tomorrow and on your dashboard page. You already have access to the banner ads. You will be seeing the affiliate websites coming online that you'll be able to utilize to start your individual marketing. Now, a lot of you out there have been waiting to get your marketing in full swing. And as a company, Profit Clicking, we just started our marketing this week. So we've got marketing ramped up with social media. We've got a number of different components that are rolling out, and we're excited to be able to offer our members the opportunity to take advantage of the banner ads and to start utilizing the affiliate websites as well. So very excited to share that with you. With that, I'm going to go ahead and turn the call back to Dale.
Okay, Doc, thank you. Thank you so much for taking extra time this evening, going over some serious topics, hitting some key points, and all of the progress being made. There really is so much excitement moving forward with profit clicking. Now, I'm hoping to open up the line shortly for questions, but I have compiled some of the most important questions coming in from our members, and I hope you'll agree to take a few of these for me. Would you?
I'd love to.
Okay, great. Here's one, Doc. Why are withdrawals taking so long? And when can I expect my withdrawals to be caught up?
That is the hot question. Thanks for bringing that up.
It is.
Let me answer that. With a little bit of an explanation. I know that this has been the top question that's come in, not only last week, but through our tickets as well. Profit clicking is from an affiliate standpoint, profit clicking is in the affiliate industry. That means that when you look at industry standards and what is recognized in the industry as what's typical and what's expected for the withdrawal process, most organizations that have an affiliate program, when you join the program, you're going to be looking at anywhere from 30 to 45 days before you receive your first payout. You think about the MLM industry, there's very few companies that have an affiliate program that actually pay on a daily basis. Our goal with profit clicking is to bring that industry standard down to daily, just like it was in Just Been Paid. Now, there are some challenges that came up in the process. I talked a little bit about it earlier. We have identified some specific targeted goals to address this particular issue. And it's going to be tied around a number of components. The profit shift is part of it. We're going to be looking at the withdrawal issue from we're going to be tackling that issue from two different angles. One is we're going to begin a process of daily payouts. So as the new requests come into the system in profit clicking, those will be addressed on a daily situation just like it was earlier. In addition to that, we are addressing the withdrawal requests that are already in the queue that were behind simply because our system was down for several weeks. If you think about it, the system was down for several weeks, but when we first brought up the ability to start purchasing adpacks again, immediately there was a run on withdrawal requests. And it loaded down our system, and so the queue simply got way behind. It was dealing with daily limits and other things that were part of the process of getting all of the technology in place and the links completed and the relationships with the payment processors and all the things that we've had to go through. So the ultimate goal is to get to the point where we are processing requests on a daily basis, and we're also going back and every single day addressing some of the ones that are behind. We've already got that process targeted. It's in development. We do have an identified date. I can't share that date with you at this particular time, but I can tell you it's forthcoming. And I can tell you that, again, every available resource that can be directed at resolving this issue is. It's not as simple as it sounds. I know I've read some of the requests and frustrations that have come in about the withdrawals taking so long, and I know I totally understand the concerns that people have, and those concerns are being addressed. And you can have confidence in knowing, ladies and gentlemen, it will get handled. And we know every single day there's people that are receiving requests, and as the requests that are in the system behind in the queue, those will be continually progressed on a first-come, first-served because they're already in the system, along with new requests being processed on a daily basis. That's the best that I can share with you right now. I'm hoping to have some additional actual dates and more information by next Thursday, but we have to complete some additional components, and I just can't share more on that particular subject right now.
Well,
back to you, Dale.
Thank you. Here's another one, Doc. They're asking, why have I not received daily sales profits for a few days? And they go on to say, in the last couple of conference calls, you said they would be paid daily. So what say you?
I absolutely did, and I appreciate that being brought up. And again, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, the daily sales the daily sales commissions, what we've noticed since we got them caught up last week was in the course of a week, we get about a day behind. And to catch that up in the actual coding, what happens is they run 2 days simultaneously until it's caught up again. We expect to have the problem completely resolved going forward, but as a short-term fix until the problem is completely resolved, anytime we find ourselves behind, we just start running multiple computations together. Now, I'd like to be able to say, as of right now, that will never happen again, but I'm not going to tell you something that's not true. So I will tell you this. Our goal is that it won't, but what we're noticing is, as we continue the process of completing all of the technology components, when we find it does start to lag, we just get it caught back up. So the programmers assure me that this is a very temporary situation. It will be permanently resolved, and rather than wait for a permanent resolution, we just do a catch-up whenever's necessary until the resolution is complete. Does that make sense?
That sure makes sense to me, and I know everybody on the line and that's going to be listening to the replay is going to really appreciate all the information that you've given out tonight, Doc. I do have one more.
There's one more. I just thought of one more thing I better share, Dale, just so people know this. One of the concerns that people have when that happens is they're afraid that they might have lost some daily sales commissions because it wasn't computed on the exact day. And I want you to know that's not the case. When the computations are done, they're actually backdated, and so you're not going to miss anything. Any daily sales commission that you qualified for is made up no matter what. So you don't have to worry about missing out on anything. It's just a lag in how our system is displaying it for you on your home page. So your adpacks are earning their daily sales commissions as long as you surf your 3 sites. Whether it's displayed on your Money Monitor page or not, that's what we have to get caught up.
Right, exactly. I do have another one here, Doc, and it is, if I invite someone and they visit the home page before joining, can they still be my referral when they join?
Okay, absolutely. Let me explain it this way. If I invite Dale to join Profit Clicking and she happens to go view the home page or some other site, and when she comes back and clicks the Join Now button, if she does not see my information listed as her inviter, all she has to do is highlight the information in the box on the page that shows the inviter's information and put the correct information in there. That's the easiest way to resolve it. For those of you that have technology experience, all you need to do is clear your cache on your browser and then go back into the form. But a lot of people don't know what clear your cache means. So if you don't know how to clear your cache, just highlight the box, remove the information that's there, and make sure that your inviter's information is correctly displayed. If you happen to complete the process of joining the system and you are not properly connected to your inviter, what you'll need to do is send in a ticket to Member Services, specifically tell them they will request to have that particular account deleted from the system, go back into your inviter's link and do the process again. We can't change a sponsorship once it's in the system. All we can do is delete it. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you verify that you have the correct connection before you fund your wallet and purchase adpacks, because once it's in the system, we can't make a change.
Okay.
Back to you, Dale.
Thanks, Doc. Now, we do have some questions that also came in through Facebook. And I'm looking at the clock, and we're about 12 minutes until the top of the hour, and we really just have until the top of the hour. And all these questions I know are questions that are going to be asked live tonight. So I'm going to ask for everybody's patience on this call, and let's go through these important questions that have been asked, because our intent, I want everybody to know, is as we move forward, we will really be having live Q&As. And there's just so much right now to go over, and a lot of things to go over on the past calls tonight, that I'm looking at the clock, Doc, and I personally don't see how we're going to do it. So if it's agreeable with you, let's go through these other questions that I sent over to you earlier, and I believe it's going to cover a lot of questions that are still on all the members' minds that are on the call tonight. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay,
and I like you, I apologize for the time. We had a lot to cover tonight. But let me get right into this and cover as much as we can. This comes to us from Kelvin E. from Facebook. Question is, if I do not renew my membership fee and any of my referrals purchase an ad pack, either by compounding or adding new funds, will I still earn the normal 10% referral commission? Kelvin, there is no upgrade requirements to qualify for referral commissions. So anybody that joins the system can refer someone else to join the system, and when they purchase an ad pack, you are entitled to your referral bonus, your referral, what we call referral commission. You do not have to have an upgrade to qualify for that. So thanks for submitting that question. Let's see. The next one comes from Jason D. Question is, when can we renew or upgrade to get the panels? The panel system actually is rolling out tonight. Like I said earlier, you'll have the first view of the panel system on your dashboard page. And also the level 1 upgrade system is just being completed. It's not, all the components aren't completely there, but it's very, very close. I fully expect that you'll be able to participate in the upgrade process completely, at least the first level, by early to mid next week. Okay, the next question comes in from Godfred A. The question is, are we still in beta stage? Let's see. My earnings have stopped coming for 3 days now. I'm assuming that has to do with the daily sales commissions. We talked about that earlier. Yes, Godfred, we are still in the beta stage. Many of the components are fully functional, but there are some that are in the beta stage. However, you can have full confidence in knowing if you have an ad pack in the system, you are surfing your 3 websites a day, or you have a reserve to cover that, you will receive your daily sales commissions. And like I said, the only thing that occasionally lags behind is the ability to display that on your dashboard page. The actual earning calculations internally are being done without any lags. Okay, the next question from Dragon X. As I have some questions to ask Doc, I hope I am the chosen one. Well, congratulations, Dragon. You've been chosen. Let me take a look at the list here. Let's see. Doc, you should make the promise because you said before that PC panels will be opened last week, but until now still not yet functional. I know you're an executive and you're not responsible for this aspect, but since you promised us, you should make it become true. Thank you very much, Dragon. Absolutely. I did say last week we were going to roll out the PC panels, and I found out the actual system itself, most of it was completed last week. There was a small delay in getting it connected to the dashboard. That has been corrected, so you can see that process rolling out now. And thank you for that question. Another question. Until now, we're still curious about your identity. If you reveal your identity, members will feel more comfortable. I appreciate that. I'm not maintaining my anonymity to hide anything. My name is H.J. Dockstader. Most people have a really hard time pronouncing my last name, so I've been called Doc for many years. And to help our members feel more comfortable about me and my role, we're actually putting together a social media package that will be available that will let you know a little bit more about me. So I understand the importance of knowing who you're dealing with. I really do. And I appreciate that, and I respect that, and I am honored to be part of this whole process. So thanks for that question. Okay, let's see. Another question here. I hope there's no more beta for us because we members already wait, and we are tired of this being patient. Wow, I totally understand that one as well. I'm happy to be able to say, ladies and gentlemen, many of the components have been working for quite some time. There's members every day that purchase ad packs. There's members every day that receive daily sales commissions. There's members every day that process withdrawals and receive their money. And there's members every day that are experiencing life-changing experiences with profit clicking. Our goal is to get that working the same across the board for everyone. And so even though there are still a few challenges in the system, there are many, many parts of our system that work flawlessly, and a lot of members are experiencing some tremendous success. So just focus on what's available for you and know that every single day we're correcting the challenges and the issues that aren't there. Okay, next question from Christy B. I am trying to figure out how to look at the ads. All right, Christy, for anyone out there who wants to view either the banner ads or the affiliate website, simply log into your Profit Clicking account on the dashboard page. You'll go down, you'll see on the left-hand side there's a series of buttons. Go down to the Build My Business link, and it'll open up another button called Approved Advertising. When you go to that, you'll see your banners and websites. So that's how you access the ads. And thank you, Christy, for that question. Let's see. Next question comes from Mark M. I am new and have a new question. I have had my URL posted in the traffic area for 3 days now, and it still says waiting. Am I supposed to pick one of the 3 a day I view to put in there or my own that I'm promoting? Okay, Mark, if I understand your question correctly, you have a personal website yourself that you're trying to get additional traffic to. You've added it to the traffic exchange, and you're seeing a waiting message to get your website approved. We actually have, when we first brought the Traffic Exchange up, we had literally thousands and thousands of websites submitted to go into the Traffic Exchange. We have to have a review process to make sure that we don't have material get into the Traffic Exchange that would be offensive, that would be illegal, and you'd be surprised at how many people try to submit sites that have things that are offensive or illegal. So while we were finishing the development of our automated approval process, we had a team of individuals that were involved in the manual approval process, and so there have been some delays with that, and we apologize. The automated system has been developed, and the backlog is very close to being caught up. So as you come into the profit clicking system and you add your websites to the Traffic Exchange, you will very shortly be able to have your sites approved and entered into the system in short order. We're just finishing the last of the components on that, and again, we apologize for the delay there. Okay, next question comes from Justin A. Can PC put a calculator for adpacks? The answer to that is yes. I'm assuming you're referring to the calculator that was available with Just Been Paid. We've actually got that already in the development phase. I'm not exactly sure how close it is to completion, but I personally I have viewed the actual process of the development, so I know it's close to being done. I would suspect that you'll see that by later next week, but I can't tell you that for sure. Let's see. Next question from Precious George. Please, I started with a small amount and have been able to buy 9 packages. Now I've just got $4 in my wallet. I want to know how to fund my account to buy more ad packages, and how much will I add to make it? Okay. Precious George, anyone out there who has a question of how to purchase ad packs? We have a step-by-step task tutorial system that's been built into our site since last week. When a new member joins the system, when you log into your dashboard page, it's going to give you a pop-up that reminds you to make sure your profile is updated, make sure that you have set up a payment processor and linked that payment processor to your account so that you can transfer money into your wallet so that you can purchase ad packs. So to answer your question, what you'll need to do is log into your profit clicking account, connect if you don't have a payment processor set up yet, we have a whole list of them available, and there's instructions in the background that'll walk you through how to do that. We have Solid Trust Pay as an option for payment processor, Ego Pay, Payza, Perfect Money, Liberty Reserve, and very soon we will have Web Money and some others. So those are in process right now. Once you have a payment processor set up and you link it to your account, you load your wallet, so you'll transfer money from your payment processor to your profit clicking wallet. From there, you can purchase ad packets. As long as you've got money in your wallet, you can purchase the ad packs, and you can put as much in there as you want to be able to purchase those ad packs and begin earning your daily sales commissions. Okay, let's see. That's the end of the Facebook questions. I did have a couple other quick things that I wanted to share before we wrap the call up tonight. How are we doing on time, Dale?
Well, we're just getting close to the top of the hour, and I think you have enough time to cover a few things that you'd like to, and then I'll wrap the call.
All righty. Last Thursday, and again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to sincerely apologize for the time. I know that that our goal is to have live questions every week, and we just had so many responses to our submit questions in through our social media and others. We wanted to make sure we covered that. And aside from the time being back on, my voice is just about to give out. So let me cover a couple other.
I'm sorry, there's so many of the same questions as well, and I'm hopeful that this really covered such an array for everybody that is listening as well, even though that we didn't take the live ones tonight.
Absolutely. All right, another commitment that I made last week was that every week we would take just a moment and focus on a personal development tip and a marketing tip. The theme that we've selected this week is determination. I want to start with this tip with a quote, actually a couple of them. This first quote says, "We must remember that one determined person can make a significant difference, and that a small group of determined people can change the course of history." That comes from Sonia Johnson. Another well-known quote is, "The path to success is to take massive, determined action." That was Tony Robbins. One of the keys to getting through all of these challenges and really being able to maximize your potential, ladies and gentlemen, is determination. It's a key component that we recognize as the staff at Profit Clicking every single day. We have challenges and frustrations that come up, and it's determination that overcomes those challenges. Members experience the same thing. Going through the system, sometimes there's challenges on understanding exactly what step to do next. And we are continually, through our determination, polishing and streamlining that process to make it as simple as possible. So I would invite you to really consider the power of determination and the difference that it can make in your success. Don't let the little frustrations get in the way. I know how challenging it can be at times. I have been an online marketer for years. I've been a full-time entrepreneur all of my adult life. I've built massive teams, and I fully understand how important it is to be able to get through challenges as quickly as possible to maintain credibility with your teams. And so I want you to know we're very, very sensitive to the vulnerable state that you're in anytime there's a challenge that presents itself. On the other hand, I've also learned from experience that your determination and your commitment and your leadership demonstration to your team can be, to a large degree, overcome those challenges. What members want to know is that they can have confidence in us, that our system works, that it'll work for them tomorrow, the next day, next month, and next year. And I can tell you from the perspective and the experience that I've had thus far, that is absolutely the case. Profit Clicking is here to stay. The system, the master plan's in place, the polishing, the components that are necessary to streamline each piece has been fully designed, fully laid out, and is in development, and most of those components are near completion. So determination can help get you through some of these challenges and ensure your long-term success. Because we're going to get through it, so we want to make sure that when we finish dotting our I's and crossing our T's, that you're still there to take advantage of that. The last thing I want to share is the marketing tip for how you can utilize that key in developing your business. Determination means to never, ever give up on your dreams. Set your mind, your soul, and your heart upon doing everything necessary to become your best. That's really, really a key component. Just the determination alone, in and of itself, can push through many, if not all, the challenges that will present themselves. It means that you look at yourself. It means that you make no excuses. You can't control what others do. You can control what you do in each situation. And this is something that I have to face every single day as well as someone who interacts with members. I don't personally have control over every component, but I have a connection with the staff that does. And so what I can do is I can control exactly how I respond to a challenge. I can control exactly how I demonstrate to others how to respond to a challenge. And that can really make a difference in my success. And I learned that in building my teams as well. If you demonstrate leadership and commitment and determination to your teams, that will pass on. Okay, let's see. Never let your emotions get the best of you. Control your emotions and do whatever it takes to be the best. That's another key component in leadership. The example that we set, the discipline that we have, the dedication that we have, and the determination that we have reflects and makes a huge difference on the confidence that our team has in us as leaders. So I wanted to share those as our marketing tips for the week. We do have the Ask Doc of Profit Clicking that has been developed. My voice is just about to give out, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the call back over to Dell and let her share that with you and wrap it up.
Okay,
thank you,
great.
Dell. Back to you.
Okay, Doc, thanks so much. I can hear that myself. So we do have the Ask Doc, and we'd like to know what you'd like to be hearing on the weekly calls. And here's the email, so grab a pen. It is askdoc, D-O-C, askdoc at profitclicking.com. Now, I want to make a note that this is not support, so you won't get a response from this email, but each one does get read, and your opinion really does matter to Doc and to the whole Profit Clicking company. So feel free to send in an Ask Doc at profitclicking.com. And also, hashtag promo and Twitter tweet. We'd like to hear a positive experience, and that would be hashtag PC Happy Talk. And let us know by tuning into the next week's call what you'd like to be hearing again on next week's call. So you can do that through the email and through hashtag PC Happy Talk. So be sure to do that for us. And
I'll add one thing to that. I'm glad you brought that up because I totally forgot this. Our Twitter promotion is going to continue from week to week. The ones that participated last week, I mentioned they earned a free ad pack. For those that participate from now going forward, we have another exciting prize, different than what you had this week. So if you want to participate in that, like she said, hashtag is pound PC Happy Talk. Tweet your positive experience, something you want to share. If you're selected, you'll receive an exciting prize. Thank you, Dell.
Well, thank you for adding that, Doc. And I'm glad you said pound as well, because I normally would, so we may be around the same age, but I hear it's called hashtag, so I tried to kind of be with the times and say hashtag that time. But anyway, well, folks, this wraps up tonight's call. Doc, thank you so much for so much detail tonight, and there is so much fantastic, exciting future for all of us right here with Profit Clicking. And this will sound very familiar to most of you. You're here at the right place, and it's always the right time at Profit Clicking. So watch the daily updates for this call as well as the archive calls. And again, Doc, I want to thank you so much, and I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight. And we'll have another call next Thursday night. So watch your email for details, and God bless everyone, and good night. Thanks again for joining us. Good night, everyone, and good night, Doc.
Thank you, Dell. Good night, everyone. We'll see you next Thursday.
Good night.